Raising Cane's.
We finally got it. The Al Horford championship year. 186 playoff games played. 34 playoff series, 14 of them lost. If there's any silver lining to this absolute travesty of an achievement that is the Boston Celtics winning the 2024 NBA championship, it's that good guy Al Horford gets to enjoy it along with all those other war criminals, drunks hurling barf-infested beer cans at fans, and Confederate soldiers. And I wrote this part of the script in November. Let it be clear this championship was inevitable and absolutely Boston's to lose this season. But if anyone has fought for this very moment, if anyone has drudged his way to be in the position of the very top of the NBA world, it's Al. From spending more than a decade being one of the countless B-tier Eastern Conference players having to exist in the shadow of LeBron-led teams, to reducing himself to a spot-up stretch four and big-bodied defensive role player as he aged, and progressively nudging closer and closer to that fateful final destination, this was finally the year it happened. Horford has been here for every stage of the development of this budding Celtics dynasty, and now, as his career reaches its final stage, he still manages to be a contributing member to it all at its pinnacle. First and foremost, this guy is still a real defensive stopper. It's a real shame that we didn't get to see a Jokic-Horford finals matchup. The league's ultimate post defender challenging the league's ultimate post player would have been a joy to watch. Obviously, Horford's abilities have regressed significantly as he's aged, and there's no way he could have contained a guy as crafty and unorthodox as Jokic. But the fact that this matchup and the prospect of it even makes me pause to think about it for a second is a testament to how capable of an inside, and at certain times outside, defender Big Al is and has been for the past 17 years. And that defensive versatility really showed itself in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, where Boston refused to blitz Luka on pick-and-roll plays and essentially just trusted that whoever switched onto him would do a sufficient enough job in keeping up with his wizardry. And in those brief stints where that man happened to be a 56-year-old Dominican, that motherfucker kept up better than you probably would have expected. Boston wouldn't be able to roll out this no-blitz game plan if Big Al wasn't as quick on his feet as he is. In that same breath, let's talk about that crucial stop against Kyrie at the end of Game 3 of the Finals. When that shot launched, I thought we were in for another classic cold Kyrie deal-sealing dagger. But what we got instead was a terrific contest from a man older than his coach and a dead-silent Dallas crowd. At times earlier in the playoffs, Horford embraced a much larger role that put him at the forefront of Boston's offense and defensive schemes, especially during the multiple weeks where Porzingis was out. Take this 22-point, 15-board game against Cleveland to close out the conference semifinals in 5 games. Or what about his 23-point, 7 three-pointer performance to put Boston over Indiana in Game 3 of Round 3? Each postseason, Big Al only grows hungrier. You can see the urgency and intensity with which he plays increasing, knowing that he's not going to have all too many more shots at this. It was apparent in the way he played in the 2022 finals after a decade plus of falling short, and this year, with that drought extended 2 additional seasons, that hunger and desperation was enhanced tenfold. It will be fuck the Celtics till the day I die. But don't get it twisted, I'm glad he got it.